Good evening. It's Freddy Vazquez. This is Basement Politics Unfiltered. Tonight, politics on the Hudson. Good evening. It's Freddy Vazquez. This is Basement Politics Unfiltered. Tonight, politics on the Hudson. Let's go over a recent article on the Yonkers Tribune and the fictitious, quote-unquote, characters of a fictitious town called Yonkers on the Hudson. Good evening, folks. Let me know if you can't hear me well. I'm trying something new with the microphone. Sorry that I'm coming on a little late. Tomorrow, first day of school. How many parents are excited? I know some parents were when I was in a store earlier. Some of the parents were like, thank God it's the first day of school. Get out of here. That's what they were saying about their kids. Get out of here. We get them out. So some parents are excited, but I had to go finish up some school shopping, get the sneakers, right? The sneakers, you got to get the brand new sneakers. But anyway, folks, I wanted to discuss this article on Yonkers Tribune in regards to a fictitious town of Yonkers and its political crime family, the Sopranos. I was very surprised by this article, actually. By the way, Hezi Aris from Yonkers Tribune, I hear, had a surgery recently. The article, Politics on the Hudson, an 8-part teleplay by Jim Hedges. Now, Jim Hedges, and if I go along with what's happening here in this little play, sounds to me like Tim Hodges. Now, I don't know if that's true, but that was my immediate guess. I won't read much of it, but I want to go over it because I think it's important, although it didn't get a lot of traction, but I think it's worth talking about, right? So it starts off, a gentleman goes on a bus and he finds this play and he starts to read it about a town called Yonkers and their corrupt politics, right? So it's I'm going to skip a few things. It goes, these are the political adventures of an inept town council, a strong mayor, and some minor elected officials from around the fictitious town of Yonkers on the Hudson. The barrel-chested mayor is named Mario Soprano. Now, obviously, that's Mike Spano that they're referring to, but they're giving him the name Mario. Mario is a likable guy and everyone's friend. The head of the Soprano political family is Vic Soprano, and I take it that that's referring to Nick Spano. Vic is the strategist, or Nick, the elder statesman who can play on others' desires. That's right. Then there is Sonny Soprano, and I'm guessing that's Vinny Soprano. He is also the town clerk, which Vinny Soprano is the city clerk, and the Soprano family muscle. He's the guy that flawlessly execute Vic's or Nick's plans. Yonkers on the Hudson has a town council that is supposed to act as a legislative body. The chair of the council is Tisha Rollins. Tisha Rollins is referring to Lakeisha Collins Bellamy, the city council president. She was recently elected with the help of Sonny. And so now, many say that, they brought out Lakeisha Collins in order to defeat Mike Cater for city council president. From my understanding and my sources, she did not want to do it at first, but there were some things that were offered, and according to sources, she took it, but it's only going to be for one term. She does not want to do this, longer than that. And one of the things that they're looking and hoping for, the city council president to get done for them is the elimination of term limits, right? So she is hoping after this, they eliminate the terms. She's done. She moves on to become a judge. That's what I'm hearing from my sources. She was the majority leader is named Christmas Day. Majority leader, obviously, is Tasha Diaz. Tasha, I believe, means Christ's birthday or something to that effect. So that's why the person used Christmas Day. She was only installed as majority leader because she can be easily manipulated. That's right, folks. That's absolutely right. And she flip-flopped on the housing. She killed the housing ordinance. She let down a lot of people. And now we see what's happening here in the city of Yonkers. Businesses along Warburton are being forced to close. Residents are having to move out, right? As Joe Carter and Lionsgate buy up all the virility there. And Tasha Diaz, who was for the people, helped this happen, right? So this is why I think it's important to go over this. She has never held formal employment. No, she has not, but has managed to live off the teat of public assistance, all while voting against the interests of those like her. And what they mean by that is that Tasha Diaz has always lived in affordable housing. She lives in Jefferson Towers. So why would she vote against increasing more affordable housing? It's like, well, I got mine. I don't care about anybody else. I've been utilizing affordable housing all my life, damn near. And now when it came time to increase that by making it that the developers would have to put 20% instead of 10% of the units affordable to people who qualify, she voted against it. All the while, she told us that entire time that she was for it. But you take advantage of it. That's messed up. That's like, with the free beeline, that's like only I could get on free and everybody else has to pay. That's kind of messed up. That's totally messed up, right? And she's never had a job, but she became an elected official and the majority leader, right? The minority leader is named Mickey Green, aka Mike Breen, right? And he's been Mario's lackey for 2 decades, right? So they say that Mike Breen and the Spano family have been very tight for many, many years. And Mike Breen will do whatever. So you can count on Mike Breen as one of the people on the council who will vote to eliminate terms. You can count on him, Tasha Diaz, and the majority leader. And the city council president, right? Breen or Green is known as a do-nothing councilman since he waited his turn to be on the town council. Green has a shrewd wife, Sally. Sally is clever as Vic or Nick Spano and is twice as ruthless. And I hear she is. And I hear that she is the front person for many of these real estate deals that are going down here, and they're using her. In fact, one of his failed businesses was a Frankfurter shop, which Mike Breen had. If you wonder why I'm focusing so much on Green, our first story revolves around Green and Assemblyman Nadir Goldsmith, right? That's in reference to Nader Sage. Jim Tubo, and I like this is very funny. Jim Tubo, or John Rubo, is a freshman councilman who believes he has been tapped to be Mario's successor. And last year, many people believed that it was John Rubo who was going to be next to be mayor. That was the golden boy that was supposed to be Mike Spano's successor. But the past 12 months have proved to be, maybe not, to show that he's not the person that they want in there, right? And he's not, he's not really, he doesn't even control his emotions, right? Calling out a constituent and a senior advocate a scammer and a lot of other things when he gets frustrated. So he doesn't hold his composure. He's not ready for mayor. Jim doesn't have the capacity to keep the organization together. He's a tall, lanky young man with a toothy grin and questionable hygiene. Wow. I don't know, what is it? Because he's always wearing the blue suit. He's going nowhere fast. Clara Di Descansado was a rising star. Now, this is Corazon Pineda. She was a rising star, but she proved to be less gullible than Christmas Day, little sharper than Tasha Diaz. She was popular among her constituents, so she needed to be put in her place. And many people wondered what happened with the relationship between Corazon and the Spanos. They said it was tight, but they also have noticed that in recent meetings, they were she wanted to pass the affordable housing registry thing, which they kind of kept, giving her the runaround. They didn't want to, introduce it or whatever. They kind of were just ignoring her, right? And because she posed a threat, and she's gonna run for mayor, right? She's the Latina hopeful for mayor, and so she most likely will not vote in favor of term eliminations, right? But that could change. We don't know, but they don't need her vote anyway. They don't need her vote, right? She was popular among her constituents, so she needs to be put in place. Her sister is employed by the Spanos, which Corazon's sister does work for the mayor. Vic hopes this keeps her in line, and it may. She is on a bit of a pause until next election, which for her could be mayor. That scares the Sopranos or the Spanos, aka, right? So, I just want to go back. No way, really? Yeah, really. Because a two-time convicted felon controls her. And he's talking about Tasha Diaz. Wow. How is she still in aforementioned affordable housing with her city council income now? Well, many people have questioned that. I mean, she does have a husband. She has her salary. So they wonder, is she really qualifying for affordable housing? But what's messed up is that she, takes advantage of it. And you killed it for other people. And now you got people, can't find affordable housing here in Yonkers. You got, people who need vouchers on a waiting list, right? They did a whole lottery for a waiting list. Meanwhile, here comes the majority leader, free car, free gas, free insurance, free easy pass, right? She's got the majority leader title, which is extra money, and she lives in affordable housing, probably been living there forever, so her rent is probably nothing, right? So it's not right. It's not right. Meanwhile, people are out there in the street. People are having to leave Yonkers. She's killing the affordable housing ordinance, which would have helped people who needed it. She could care less for the average person and her constituents. Aldo Morelli, or Anthony Morelli, is an outsider on the town council. His regular profession is that of an insurance actuator, actually he's an accountant, and he has a personality to match. Think Joe Pesci's cousin Vinny meets Al Pacino's Michael Corleone, which is, Anthony Moranti does seem like I say Jimmy Hoffa, right? That's what I say, right? So Morelli is an unknown, or Moranti is an unknown, and the Sopranos don't trust him. Even Green is suspicious of Morelli. Green even approached conservative chairman Lou Wolf to take Morelli out. Wolf was unsuccessful, and that was in last year's election for District 6, where Tim Hodges ran against Anthony Moranti, and they wanted him out because, again, everything was gearing up for this term elimination vote. Anthony Moranti is not going to vote to eliminate terms. As far as I know, I also know that he would like to be mayor. Anthony Moranti is a Republican, and so is Green. However, Green's loyalty is to, the Spanos first, before the Republican Party, and most definitely before Anthony Moranti. That's for sure. Shaniqua Thomas is Shanae Williams, is the Valley girl of the council. She is a cross between Countess Vaughn and Paris Hilton. She has a heart of gold, but no idea what day it is. She has even been known to get lost on her way to the council chambers. Yeah, and it's true. And I've mentioned this, she doesn't know who she's, interviewing sometimes. She's like, I don't know what my questions are. And quite honestly, it's because she doesn't need to prepare. She already knows what they're going to go in there and do. They don't ask questions about anything. They've been told how to vote, and that's how they're going to vote, right? This whole council is completely ran by certain individuals, pretty much. Now, this is something I thought was interesting. Sonny is able to keep her in line with candlelight dinners, flowers, and midnight rendezvous. And talking about, rumors that there were out there between Sonny and Shaniqua. And you guys can put that together. I've heard that before, right? So basically what they're talking about here is our city council, our Yonkers City Council, with the city council president, Lakeisha Collins Bellamy, majority leader Tasha Diaz, Shanae Williams, Corazon Pineda, minority leader Mike Breen, the Republican, Anthony Moranti, and John Rubo. Well, the big thing that's going on now here is the term elimination vote. Everybody knows that they're going to put it to the council because the people don't really want it. They don't want it. They've, said it before. They are in favor of term limits. So the only way they can get it by is through the council, the way it was done last time, which they actually had a midnight meeting in order to get this approved. a midnight meeting. And I heard that the fire department was keeping people out, claiming that it was, beyond the capacity, that was allowed by law and fire safety, laws and stuff like that. And they got this passed. So now they're going to work at it again. They have Lakeisha Collins Bellamy, the city council president, is going to vote for it. Tasha Diaz is going to vote for it. Jim Tubo, John Rubo is going to vote for it. Mike Breen is going to vote for it. That's 4. That's all they need. That's all they need. Moranti's not. Corazon is not, because she has mayoral hopefulness, and Shanae is not because she doesn't like what's happening to the black people. Have you seen what's happening out in Warburton? Right? That's some shish right there. Everyone begging for a shot at lottery to survive, and our elected leaders living the dream. Absolutely. You got to see some of their backyards. They've only been in politics, a lot of them, yet they are doing very well. They are doing way better than the average person here in the city of Yonkers. Many of them have beautiful backyards, pools, saunas, and all that stuff, and everything's been politics. How is that? You got to ask yourself, how is that, right? So the big thing is, this term elimination. But Shanae Williams, like I said, she represents District 1, where currently there is mass evictions, pretty much. Joe Carter, Lionsgate, and Greenpoint are buying up everything along Woodworth and Warburton Avenue, and they're forcing the businesses to close. Yummy Yummy on Warburton is no more. Legacy, the clothing store that just opened up by the entrepreneur who grew up in that neighborhood, is no more. And the bodega on the corner of Glenwood and Warburton will soon be closing after 30 plus years. He doesn't want to, but he has no choice. They are all being forced out. If they don't take the money, then they will be given a hard time with the building department in the city. So they're pretty much left with no choice. And the money's decent, but I hear they're not getting all of it up front. They're getting half the money up front, and then the rest is payments. And that's how they have to do it. That's what I'm hearing. So this upset a lot of people. I went out there to Warburton and I did a video explaining that to people, going up and down, Warburton there, showing the stores that were going to be now gone. And many people were upset. I mean, I've gotten almost 5,000 views on this video, and it's been shared over 70 times. So these are the stores here. The bodega here, it's going to be gone. He's still open, but he's going. He doesn't want to go. He was a bit upset. There's Legacy, the clothing store that was opened up by, an entrepreneur from the community, a friend of the world famous legendary hip hop group, The Lox. This is a staple here. Many people were upset. And then Yummy Yummy, the Chinese restaurant, which I've never eaten at, but I hear is very yummy. A lot of people said it was one of the best Chinese restaurants in the city of Yonkers. I've never eaten there, but all these properties have been bought up. The houses along Warburton here have been bought up by individuals, and I'm telling you, they move fast. How is it that they are able to secure permits in such the fast manner that they are able to? I mean, these homes are bought, renovated, and then rented out at much higher rates, and that is how they're getting people out, and you're getting the city folks, right? Now you see the city folks walking up and down Ravine, and Woodworth, people you didn't see in the area before. And so this is what's happening, and they're pushing people out. The same thing is going to happen in Nodine Hill. They're going to raise the rents there in Nodine Hill as well. It's going to, force a lot of the people in Nodine Hill out. They're going to buy up that property if they haven't already been buying it up. And they're going to, renovate it and now seek new tenants. And here's the thing, right? Eventually, this is going to happen everywhere, because this isn't just unique to Yonkers. This is happening in a lot of cities across the country. And so either the government is now going to have to increase what they are paying individuals who receive assistance, whether it be social services where they get full, rental assistance or paid, or they get Section 8 voucher. They're going to have to increase that in order to be able to afford the rents that are going up. So either the government is going to increase what they pay out to individuals, or they're not, and people are going to have to move. But if the government does, that just means more taxes, for those who pay taxes, because where they're going to supplement that additional money, they have to now pay these landlords who are now asking for so much more money. So this is happening all over Yonkers. It's not like Nodine Hill is staying the rents are staying at the same while everywhere else is going up. No, it's being jacked up everywhere. So all these houses you see here have been bought up, and it's Joe Carter, and a lot of other investors, primarily, I would say Orthodox Jewish investors coming in and buying these properties. And it happens a lot of places. And then you see the people pushed out. You're 100% correct. I try to be, I'm not always correct, but we've seen this before. This is nothing new, right? People come in, a certain group of people come in, they buy up everything, renovate it real fast, increase the rents, and then only a certain amount, a certain group of people can afford to live there. And you're going to have all the studios. What do you think that's going to happen? That's going to increase the rent of those residentials around there even more, as really things get rocking and rolling. And where they're going to put all those studios? Remember, the mayor said there's another 20 to 22 studios going up. Where is that going to happen, right? Where's that? South Bronx, Hudson Point, like New Harlem with gentrification, absolutely is happening in the South Bronx and Hudson Point. It's happening along the northwest part of the Bronx. You know where it's not happening? In Riverdale section. That place still remains the same, undeveloped, the same people, same community. 1 bedroom on Woodworth, $1,800. Wow. That's unbelievable. $1,800 for a 1 bedroom. Are you kidding me? Let's assume the city council approves it. It doesn't mean anything. Mayor would still have to run, and this time the residents are on alert. He will lose that fact. So this is the issue, folks. So there's a page out there called Exposing Yonkers Corruption. Now, everyone thought it was me. It's not me. I'll let you see my face. I tell you in person, online, or live, or whatever. I don't hide. I let it, but I don't know who this person is. And they have put out a rally September 13th at Unity Fountain, which is at City Hall. And this is to protest any term limit elimination or extension. And you have to understand, folks, this is not just about term eliminations. It's really about the removal of the people. The people that are in our government now are all responsible for this. They know this is happening. And what's sad is that 4 of the 7 council people are Black women. The majority of the people that are being pushed out are Black and Latino business owners and residents. They're selling us out. Trevor Park is going to go too, folks. If you live on Warburton and Ravine, Trevor Park is going to go. The JFK Marina as well. They want to make a luxury casino on the water. They propose a 22-slip marina for yachts. So you have to understand, you have to see the writing on the wall. So if people don't come out to vote next year, most of you around that area are going to have to go. Many people in the city of Yonkers are going to have to move out of Yonkers. That's a fact. They're going to do a lot of development along Ashburton and North Broadway. That big empty lot that was cleared out. Well, they're proposing a big residential development. How are people going to drive through Ashburn? You see how it is now? Imagine a big residential building there with 200 units. And then the people coming down from the waterfront up Ashburn to go to the sawmill. It's crazy. It is crazy. So Lionsgate is buying up everything. Was the PAL sold? I'm hearing that the PAL was sold. Leak and Watts is up for sale. Leak and Watts was already purchased by Joe Carter for $55 million. Here's something. He spent all that money and he's going to put studios there, movie studios, but the area is not zoned for that. So what are they going to do? They're going to have to obviously change the zoning laws. So he must know that's going to happen because he made that investment, right? So anybody know anything about PAL? The PAL is right there behind a piece of land on Warburton that was purchased by Lionsgate. I heard that Lionsgate also bought the PAL and that it happened pre-pandemic. However, someone told me that that's not true. Does anyone know anything about that? Anyone know exactly what happened with the PAL? Has it been sold? It's supposed to be for the Yonkers youth, but maybe not. But maybe not. Right? So, folks, we have to understand what's been happening here in the city of Yonkers. Tasha Diaz, the majority leader, the woman that represents District 3, she came into the game really wanting to make a change, but realized that it's going to be an uphill battle She didn't have what it took, so she joined them. And so she played the people up until the last minute, and it was time to pass the housing ordinance and get it done. Tasha Diaz voted no. She flip-flopped. She gave a lame excuse. Meanwhile, she lives in affordable housing. For that, they gave her the title of majority leader. Now, they're offering her city council president if she votes in favor of eliminating terms. Lakeisha Collins Bellamy does not want to go any further in politics. She has an eye on a judge seat, and for that, she will vote to eliminate terms. It may sound funny, the majority leader being city council president, but she's majority leader, isn't she now? She got elected, and she became majority leader over John Rubo, over other council members, over Shanique, what we call it, Shanae Williams. Come on. She was a freshman or whatever, new. She was the newest one there. And how is it that a supermajority, right, Democrat rule, supermajority of 4 Black women who grew up in low income and affordable housing could not get the affordable housing passed that was very much needed? If that had happened, that would have hurt the developers. The developers did not want the housing ordinance to change. And the reason why they didn't come and develop sooner is that they had to be assured before they came to Yonkers that that would be the case. And they were. And they were. And they got the silly council, a bunch of puppets to do it. And now, folks, again, they've been selling everyone here in the city of Yonkers out. They work for the developers. It is important that if you are not registered, you register and you come out to vote next year. We have District 1, where most of the development, if not all of the development, is going on. District 3 and District 5, as well as the mayor's seat. It's extremely important that you come out to vote, right? The people will not forget. They too will say no to her next year. Well, I hope so. And if that rally is happening on September 13th, that is the time to go to City Hall and voice your opinion. September 13th at 7 p.m., they're having a meeting there. And so it's very important, Yonkers. Either the people are going to fight, stand up, and keep Yonkers for them, or eventually the developers are going to push everybody out. They're going to develop Chicken Island, a bunch of residentials up there, Ludlow area, a bunch of residentials, all luxury. Why? There's a need for affordable housing. $35,000 a year is what the average person in the city of Yonkers makes. So why are they building a bunch of luxury housing? What do you think that means? You're gone. That's it. Get out of here. Bye. See you later. We don't want you here. And so that's what happened. So you have to read the writing on the wall. So again, Tasha Diaz, majority leader. Lakeisha Collins Bellamy, city council president. John Rubo, this thing got me confused. John Rubo and Tasha Diaz will vote to eliminate terms. That's a fact. They are not for the people. They're for themselves, and they're doing what they have to do in order to benefit while selling out the people. Yo, mostly Black people are suffering here. Really? On Warburton? That's messed up. Right? Somebody said, don't make this about race. It's you know what? It's not about race. It's about class. All right, let's be honest. But it just so happens that in the city of Yonkers, the majority of those who are impoverished are Black and Latino. So it appears to be about race. And it's been that way for so long. And what have they done to try to improve that for the people here? Nothing. They let the area go deeper and deeper into despair so they could come buy it up cheap and justify selling off property, city property, and justify doing the developments that they're doing now. It's all pre-planned, right? So it's very important that people come out and vote next year. It's super, super important. You have to make sure you're registered to vote. September 13th, there's that rally at Unity Fountain at City Hall in regards to term eliminations, but also in regards to gentrification, right? Is it gentrification? I mean, they're kicking people out. They're forcing businesses closed. That's not okay. That's not okay. I know a guy, they tore down his buildings and offered him half of what they're worth. had to fight them in court for a year and a half. Now they're forcing other business owners to close. If not, the building department is going to find violations. That's what they're being told. That's not okay. That's not okay. And if the PAO was sold, that's horrible. From what I'm hearing is that it was sold. I'm not sure. I'm hearing but I'm hearing that it. Listen, I don't know. I don't know. Improvements in classism would be a 15-story, 100-unit affordable building in the middle of Crestwood. Absolutely. It's time that next year you vote for somebody that's going to go in there and ensure that affordable housing is the focus. Let's take over those luxury developments and tell those developers, you got to make them affordable, all of them. That's it. We don't need luxury here. We have plenty of people that need affordable housing. Right? That's what we're going to do. We're going to take over those luxury buildings. But we have to put a little, we have to slow it down, folks. It's too much, too fast. They're neglecting some of the priorities. Our schools. Tomorrow's the first day of school. We've yet to see a new school be built. They're working on it, but it's probably going to go over budget. It's probably going to be $100 million for one school. Many of the schools need renovations. Will our kids be in classrooms with hoodies and coats on because the heating system doesn't work? Or when summer comes around, or in these first days of school when it's still hot, will they be sweating because there's no AC? Many schools need renovations in the millions and millions of dollars, and that's being completely ignored, or at least they're giving it very minimal attention and giving it minimal effort to get done. Nothing like they're doing for developers. I mean, they're literally like removing people, changing laws, committing some crimes and all that stuff just to get that stuff done. And in affordable housing, they're doing very minimal. And those are the two biggest needs. Economic development starts with high quality education. That's what's important, folks. And so we need to come around and vote next year, because if you are a parent of a kid in the Yonkers public schools, it is important that you come out to vote next year. Unless you want your children continuing to go to school in buildings that have mold, lead, asbestos, are falling apart, no heating, no AC, are overcrowded, understaffed, undersupplied. They don't have resources. And I don't know if this is true, and I got to check my kids' list, but someone said that they wanted toilet paper. They want kids to bring toilet paper? That's crazy. So it's important that people come out and vote, but it's also equally important that we get new people who want to make a difference and who come out and want to run for office. John Limo of MPAC, Johnny Cater of MPAC is offering those who can get on the ballots full support in terms of matching what you are able to raise, helping with strategy, helping with the campaign headquarters, internet, other resources. So if you're interested in running and you can get on the ballot, John Cater of MPAC will come out and support you. A lot of people are asking him, is he really going to do that? And he says, yeah, I'm spending money. It's going to be a very interesting year, and it's going to be a very important election year. Look what's happening. Time to wake up. 5,000 views on that video clip. There's a reason why. People are concerned with this gentrification, quote unquote, with Lionsgate coming in here, taking up everything on the northwest and southwest side while giving back very little, if anything at all. No jobs, tax breaks, city properties that they've taken up where we could have put new schools. Nothing. We have not received anything. And we were sold on the idea that we would get jobs, that this would improve the economy here in the city of Yonkers, that businesses would get customers. Their business would increase because all the people that would be coming in. But in fact, they're being forced to close. So it's time to see the writing on the wall, folks, before you too are pushed out. I'm Freddy Vazquez. This is Basement Politics. And I found it to be interesting that the Yonkers Tribune actually spoke badly about Nader Sayegh and Tasha Diaz. Thought that was interesting. From what I believe, A gentleman by the name of Zahi Jerris controls that page 1,000%. I think he's hedging his bets, and I think he's working against the Spanos. I think so. And I could be wrong. Council 1 and 3 we will match funds raised by candidates that are really serious about doing the right things in the community. So again, that's John Cater. He has an organization called Impact Now. If you're interested in running for office here in the city of Yonkers, he will help support you. He will match whatever you raise. He will help with fundraisers. He will help with getting people out there to knock on doors, campaign headquarters, internet, computer, resources. So if you're serious and you can get on the ballot, I suggest you take him up on his offer. I just might. All right, maybe I'll run for something. I don't know. I mean, we have to do something. We have to get some people in there that are going to actually be for the people. Folks, I really do care. That's why I go out there and I report on these things. And I don't want to see so much of this city change, because it's going to change tremendously. I mean, 20, 22 new studios. Where is this stuff going? What is going to happen, or what's going to become of Trevor Park and the JFK Marina? And they're moving fast. And so we need to slow it down, folks. We have to come out next year, 2023. I need the people to come out and vote. I'm Freddy Vazquez. See you September 13th at Unity Fountain. Thank you, folks. I appreciate it. Happy Labor Day. And happy first day to all the kids who will be going back tomorrow. Teachers, happy first day. School administrators, happy first day. All of the people at the YPS Yonkers Public Schools, may you have a happy and blessed first day back for the 2022-2023 school year. Hopefully, we'll get some change next year, and we'll see this Yonkers Public Schools finally improve. Who would love to see like Battle of the Bands and cheerleading, right, and a step squad at halftime of these games? Battle of the Bands, anybody? Anybody ever been down south, gone to college in the south? Battle of the Bands? That's dope. So Freddy Vazquez is going to work on that. Stay tuned. I'm Freddy Vazquez. Thank you, folks, for joining me. If I left anything out, I'm sorry. This is Basement Politics for your Labor Day 2022. Folks, it's important that we come out and vote next year. Please, if you are not registered, make sure you register to vote. If you are going to vote at any election, let this be the ones you vote for. It's very important. We need those that have been jaded, who have refrained from coming out to vote because of the corruption, the ugliness that has to do with Yonkers politics. Please, it's important that you come back out. Anyone who has not voted, new to the process, it's important that you engage. Black, Latinos, it's important that you engage. Black and Latino business owners, it's important that you engage. You have to come out next year and vote. I'm Freddy Vazquez. This is Basement Politics. God bless you, folks. I love you. Yonkers, I'm serious. We have to come out and vote.
Freddy wins. Fatality.
Take John Cater up on his offer. Is Mike Cater running? I believe so. He's going to run, I believe. I know there's people that don't like it, like the concerned Yonkers Democrats. Let them people know you guys do not care about people here in the city of Yonkers. They're concerned Yonkers Democrats, but they don't care that a lot of people in Yonkers are being pushed out. I'm Freddy Vazquez. See you next week.
Freddy wins. Fatality.
I'm Freddy Vazquez. Thank you for joining me, folks. Make sure you share this Basement Politics. Tell a friend to tell a friend. What's going on Warburton, man? They're taking Warburton over. Warburton's going to be gone soon. It's going to be a completely different place if we don't make a difference. Next year, it's important to come out and vote. Let's tell Tasha Diaz, you are not for the people. You let the people down. You failed the people. The supermajority that consists of 4 black women have failed the people. And quite honestly, Tasha Diaz should be investigated, in my opinion, and we should demand that she resigns. I'm just keeping it honest. I'm Freddy Vazquez. Be blessed.
Freddy wins. Fatality.
My dad, Freddy Vazquez.
You're watching Basement Politics with my dad, Freddy Vazquez.
That's a lot of stars. Hopefully, we're going to get to 3,500 stars. When I get there, I will be.
Team seeing checks, hood now with weed next.
I'm from Yonkers.
Home of Mary X on the blocks in 06. OBG taking somebody's spot.
I'm from Yonkers.
Come on, Hat. We can make it happen. Hop in your whip. We're 15 minutes from Manhattan.
I'm from Yonkers.
And all the other bros know we real. 914, exit 5 for the soul man.
Yeah. Just a product of my environment, you know. Welcome to Yonkers, New York. Walk with me.
Like, that's cool and all that. Nothing but me, man.
Yeah. Just a product of my environment, you know. Welcome to Yonkers, New York. Walk with me.
I'm from the place where you go down there. So therefore you better stay with that step. These young niggas out here catching bodies. 25 on they back. I'm from the place where you go down there. And most of these niggas straight low down back. See, I don't wanna fuck around and catch nobody. 25 on my back.
5 minutes from the BX. Whole team seeing checks. Hood now with weed next.
I'm from Yonkers.
Home of Mary X on the blocks in 06. OBG taking somebody's spot.
I'm from Yonkers.
Come on, Hat. We can make it happen. Hop in your whip. We're 15 minutes from Manhattan.
I'm from Yonkers.
And all the other bros know we real. 914, exit 5 for the soul man.
You from, nigga? Like, that's cool and all that. Nothing but me, man.
You're watching Basement Politics with my dad, Freddy Vazquez.
Let's get it poppin'. We're gonna leave it where it is. Let's vote on this. Let's get it poppin'.
Grams and flip dust and niggas be blowing bogeys on back of the beeline bus. Really young, slow bounce, Moper Cottage and School Street. The middle of the square was where all of the goons meet. Ashburn, Locust Hill, Warburton, Ravine, niggas hustle all day.
Let's get it poppin'.
You're watching Basement Politics with my dad, Freddy Vazquez.
I was raised in housing. I don't think you were.
Find all of the Oyes, Highland, Brookshaw, and the niggas on Jackson, Kino Vista, Riverdale, all them niggas be stacking.
I was raised in housing. I don't think you were. I want
niggas on Elliott that be busting their toes. Harriet McLean and all of them niggas on Caroline. Royal Lab niggas on crates sipping them very fine.
I was raised in housing. I don't think you were. I was.
Hood now with weed next.
I'm from Yonkers.
Home of Mary X on the blocks in 06. OBG taking somebody's spot.
I'm from Yonkers.
Come on, Hat. We can make it happen. Hop in your whip. We're 15 minutes from Manhattan.
I'm from Yonkers.
And all the other bros know we real. 914, exit 5 for the soul man.
Freddy wins.
We're gonna leave it where it is. Let's vote on this. Let's get it poppin'. Like I said, political games that are being played. We're gonna leave it where it is. Let's vote on this. Let's get it poppin'. Like I said, political games that are being played. We're gonna leave it where it is. Let's vote on this. Let's get it poppin'.